There's no shortage of drawings of Gandalf facing the balrog, so I thought I'd draw mine with a bit of a twist. A few months ago, I did a drawing of the Fellowship in a Wild West type of style, inspired a bit by the anime Trigun. And it seemed like it would be fun to do some scenes from the story in that style, so I decided to start with this iconic scene. I give the balrog a skull-like face and some horns that are similar to those of maybe a longhorn cow. As a compromise in the "do balrogs have wings" debate, I give him a ragged cape that's torn down the middle that sort of imitates wings. And of course he has his fiery whip. Now to welcome you lovely people to Laurelin Artistry. Okay, time to color in. The balrog is a creature of shadow and flame, so I make him nice and shadowy. Color his whip orange, and create cracks all over his form that reveal a fire within. Now to color Gandalf. He is in a long grey coat, with a blue-grey cowboy hat and double-breasted waistcoat, dark grey pants, black holster and boots. Color his skin, beard, staff, buttons, and trusty revolver glamdring. I give him some dark shading. He's fairly small within the drawing, so I don't want to overdo the details. Slide over to Mr. Balrog, where I shade him in. It's a bit hard to see the difference between the base color I have here and the shading though. I do the same with shading his head. Hopefully you can see it a bit better since I'm zoomed in closer. I add some flames and a bright yellow glow. Now to work on the bridge of Khazad-dûm. I wonder how you'd make that name sound more cowboyish. Anyways, to go with the Wild West theme more, I make the bridge into wooden minecart rails. I don't know anything about proper construction for bridge stability or anything, so don't judge me too harshly if it's improperly constructed in some way. I get it all sketched out and then color it in, making it look a bit worn and broken from being abandoned for so long. It's Tolkien's birthday, by the way, at least on the day I'm uploading this. His 133rd birthday, I believe? I darken the background, adjust the position of the whip a bit, and airbrush some details into the background, making it look like a giant cavernous hole below them. Now back to the bridge, time to add in some details. This does seem like a little bit of a strange video to release in honor of Tolkien's birthday, but I spent so much time planning my Christmas video that it slipped my mind to make one specially for his birthday. So I hope he wouldn't be too offended by my cowboy reimagining of his world. It is, of course, done with the utmost admiration and respect for the works of my favorite author, because Tolkien's writings really do inspire so much creativity in me. I find myself wanting to spend so much of my time drawing from his world. What he built was truly extraordinary, and I hope I can honor his legacy by building off of his work with my own creative contributions. Now, add in some shadow. Next, I try to draw a minecart. I want to make it metal and kind of dwarven looking, but it's pretty far in the background, so I wasn't completely sure how much detail would be best. I think I did slightly overdo it. I don't know. Creating background details is not my strong suit. I also add some rust. Then I add another cart. I draw some sort of wood structure on the edge. Not quite sure what it's supposed to be. Just wanted to add a few more details to the background. I draw a pulley chain thing with a bucket attached. Again, I don't know. I fill the bucket with some stones that have streaks of mithril in them. Because, of course, that's what the dwarves were mining when they dug too deeply and greedily. Finally, time to add in the light from Gandalf's staff. And add in more darkness and shadow around our balrog. I airbrush and smudge around the whip a bit. I darken that some and add a number of embers. I kinda want to give a sense that his fire doesn't give off much light because of the shadow he's enveloped in. Gandalf's staff, on the other hand, gives off a brilliant, illuminating light, so I draw some highlights from that. I continue to adjust the color and lighting, and add a few more sparks around the whip. And now I'm done. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you again. If I were to do some more scenes in this style, let me know what would be fun to see. In the meantime, have a happy new year, and please remember not to awaken any balrogs. Ciao!